Football does it as much as anyone, where every year we got to change something, right? And I'm not saying it bastardizes the sport, but if a 20-year-old guy, doesn't have the attention span to watch baseball, we're going to change the sport for that guy?
I would just say this.
They're all going to the game. We have better attendance records today than we did 10 years ago.
We all know as sports fans that baseball basically has the commercials built into in between innings and, changing, obviously 3 outs, go right to commercial and then come back.
Yeah.
I mean, it's perfectly built in, and then, of course, they'll go to a commercial when they have a pitching change and any of that stuff or an injury. So I think we all know what that is. I think what they're trying to get away from is just all the general malaise of a mid-July baseball game where a guy's taking his time coming out of the bullpen, guys walking around the mound, guys in and out of the box, got to fix his stuff, and he's got to – David Wright's got to, redo his gloves and all this other crap. I think they're trying to get away from that just to try to, speed it along that way and pick up 2 or 3 minutes that way. But for me in football, and I know Les Moonves, our boss, at least my boss, and maybe not your boss for much longer.
Not for long.
But
think he'll call and say
he actually went to Roger Goodell and said, "Look, we could do something here. We can change this to make it a much more watchable presentation,
right?
As opposed to having a stoppage, every change of possession or anything else that goes on where they try to jam in the commercials. But when you're asking, if the NFL is asking for rights fees, from their network partners, those network partners have got to make that money back somehow.
I get it. So here's the deal. In 1980, the average baseball game, 9-inning game, the average game in 1980 was just over 2.5 hours long. All right?
Okay.
Last year, the average game was 3 hours long. And so in 30 years, no more than 37 years, there's an extra 30 minutes. That is not a significant amount of time. And the sport has changed over those 30 years in that, the extra relief pitchers, righty-lefty, lefty-righty, all that crap, right?
Yep.
But a half hour, like if I get to a ball game at 6:30 for a 7 o'clock start, 30 years ago, that game was over at 9:30. Now it's over at 10 o'clock. There's no difference.
Don't you feel like...
Plus, I leave every game early anyway.
Yeah, I know you do.
But I'm saying there's no difference.
But don't you feel like Tony La Russa had something to do with this?
There's no quality of life. There's no, oh, my God, an extra half hour. So with this notion of, well, the millennials aren't going to watch it. Guess what? They like baseball. They're watching it.
So here's the deal.
Baseball attendance has never been higher.
So let's say,
get me Manfred on the phone.
So let's say you say, okay, intentional walk this guy.
Yeah.
At the same time you're telling a guy to be intentionally walked, are you also pointing to the bullpen to bring the next pitcher in? Because because there's going to be a pinch hitter coming up late in the game.
That's right. You got to do everything at once now. Is that what you're telling me?
I think so.
So you have to multitask. So on the way out, the left hand hits the ear. Warm up the lefty. The right hand touches the nose. Intentional walk. I scratch my junk, and that means make sure the righty's good to go.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
God forbid there's a double switch.
The one thing I will say is we sit in here. We are not privy to whatever fan fan study that MLB has been doing within their own stadiums. You know what I'm saying? So these teams or these leagues basically do these fan studies.
Okay.
And they are polling fans what they'd like to see, what do they want better. And I would imagine that polling is probably telling Major League Baseball, we want the games to be sped up some. In any way, shape, or form that you could do that. So I think that's
asking too, right?
Yeah, that's probably what they're reacting to.